Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Adam Akmal bin Osman, and today we're gonna talk about transmission fluid change.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Wan Amir Syakirin bin Waramli.
Hai, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Yusmat Akib bin Kamal.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Ahmad Ziyad bin Syamsul Bahri.
The background is, in today's automobiles, the use of automatic gearbox is rapidly expanding. Automatic transmission is a type of automobile gearbox that can change gear ratios automatically as the vehicle drives, eliminating the need for the driver to manually shift gears. People believe that driving car with automatic transmission will provide them with more comfort and reduce weariness. As a result, the demand for automated gearbox repair is growing. People who drive automatic transmission vehicle are often unaware of how to properly maintain their vehicle. Vehicle owners should be aware of the need for preventive maintenance. Thus, that indulging in extreme driving should install an additional cooling system in their automobiles to limit the heat created during operation. A transmission is a mechanism that offers a regulated application of power in a power transmission system. A gearbox is another name for the transmission. A power transfer system with its gearbox is used in some machine unit to channel energy or machine power to one of the three elements of machine, allowing the unit to move and generate rotational movement or a shift. A gearbox is a mechanism that adjusts the force, that means torque, of a rotating motor, as well as a device that transfers force from a rotating motor into a bigger amount of energy. For the automatic transmission system to function properly and give a long service life, specific fluid is required. A filter is used to keep the fluid clean and reduce wear and tear on the transmission component. In order to remove extra heat from the fluid, an oil to water cooler is also provided in cooling system radiator. Furthermore, because the engine cooling system achieves operational temperature faster than transmission, the cooler aids in the warming of transmission fluid. Next, the problem statement. Various frequent problems that can damage the gearbox. The problem that arises is that the gearbox oil needs to be replaced. In addition, the gearbox oil is dusty due to not being replaced according to the set time. Finally, the filter gearbox is dusty. Therefore, discussions have been made to find a solution that can solve the problem that is needed to replace the gearbox oils and gearbox filter. The project must be able to smooth the movement of the gear in the gearbox and not dust on the gearbox oil and gearbox filter. The objective of automatic gearbox. First, ensure the oil level is in adequate condition. Second, change gearbox oil. And the last, check the condition of the gearbox oil. The scope of automatic gearbox. This project is implemented to ensure the condition of the gearbox and filter are in good condition and clean from any contaminants. Therefore, this project is implemented to smooth the movement of the gears and ensure that the gearbox oil is free of dust. Changing the automatic transmission fluid, that's mean ATF, at the appropriate interval helps extend the life of the car gearbox. This is important to guarantee that the gearbox operates smoothly and maintains a constant normal operating temperature. However, the mileage required to change the gearbox oil depends on the car and the type of gearbox. It is advised that the gear oil filter be changed every 2 years to remove excess iron or clogged iron dust and avoid corrosion of the engine and gearbox. The gearbox oil becomes contaminated and viscosity increases as a result of the delay in changing the oil. ATF oil is usually red. The heel will turn hazy red or blackish red if it gets too dirty. The gearbox temperature will also be higher than it should be. Definition of study. The automotive transmission, sometimes known as a full auto gearbox, is a fully automated gearbox that automatically shifts gear ratios as the vehicle travels. Fluid or hydraulic coupling, planetary gear train, and hydraulic controls are the three basic components. A fluid coupling performs a similar function to a clutch in a manual gearbox, locking and unlocking a system of planetary gear that supply the various gear ratios. Hydraulic control works similar to fluid coupling, but it is usually a gear pump installed between the torque converter and the planetary gear that controls the clutch based on the recycle speed and operating condition. The transmission module in a modern gearbox uses a multitude of sensors to control the pressure and switching timing of the motor and transmission. As a result, the transmission responds more quickly and switching is more pleasant. Hydraulic technology does the shifting automatically. The gearbox driving power is transferred to the cardan shift through a torque converter.
Okay, for literature review, there is a two of transmission for automobile, which is automatic, whereas manual transmission for manual transmission. A manual transmission requires more work from the drive. A manual transmission needs a driver to basically shift the vehicle into different gear using a clutch pedal and shift knob in order to move the vehicle forward and reach high speed. The driver must manually shift gear to get to the desired speed. An automatic transmission, on the other hand, does all the ground work for you, changing gears fluidly as you push on the gas pedal. Both automatic and manual transmission have their pros and cons. Automatic transmission are easier to use, but manual transmission give the driver more control of the vehicle. Vehicle with manual transmission mostly to be cheaper, and there is some advice to suggest that they are more fuel efficient. And the reason for going over automatic and manual transmission will become clear soon. Transmission oil has a noticeable odor because of its sulfur-bearing anti-wear compound. These compounds are necessary to reduce high sliding friction by the helical gear card of the teeth. In the motorcycle in which the clutch is buried in transmission oil, there is easily nothing separating the lower part of the engine from the transmission, so the same oil lubricates both the engine and transmission. The transmission fluid in automatic transmission will typically need to be changed out every now and then. The same is usually true from transmission oil in manual transmission. However, speaking very generally, transmission oil changes are needed less frequently than transmission fluid changes. Some auto manufacturers claim that the oil never needs to be changed as the transmission is a closed circuit. However, the oil might need change due to other transmission problem, repair and leak. This claim should be treated with a critical eye, and you should ask a technician at a transmission shop if your specific vehicle might require a transmission oil change.
So for chapter 3, the methodology. The plant methodology is the process of changing transmission fluid. Before the conversion process is carried out, a discussion and selection of tools will be done. Each step is arranged and listed systematically to facilitate the implementation of work. Generation of ideas to solve problems to the level of work results, or better known as methodology. So for the flowchart, we're starting getting the project, and then we're finding the ideas, then we do a project discussion, then project implementation, then we do a final checking. If it fails, we go to problem solving and back to project implementation, and if it works, it's end. So next part is Gantt chart. This is where we plan and we implement the project. So the list of equipment: we need hydraulic jack 1, 2 stand, wrench, T-handle socket, new gearbox oil filter, new transmission fluid, and new transmission sump gasket. So for the process, firstly, we jack the car and drain the transmission fluid. After that, we remove the gasket seal. Then we clean the transmission housing from the old gasket seal, and then remove the filter and O-ring. After that, we install the new filter and O-ring, then attach new gasket, then fasten back the drain bolt and tighten within the span. After that, you can lower the vehicle and fill new transmission fluid and start vehicle and check for the leak.
So I will continue with chapter 4. Chapter 4 is result and discussion. This chapter presents the result of the Automotive Transmission Fluid Service, ATF. The maintenance works went smoothly and perfectly following by the procedures that we can pursue in chapter 3.4. The gearbox after the maintenance works run smoothly and less noises. Other than that, this maintenance will optimize functioning of the engine. The transmission oil change is not only beneficial for the transmission of your car, but also for the engine. Fresh transmission fluid will improve the efficiency of your vehicle's engine and keep it well lubricated. Next, improve fuel economy. Transmission oil change on a regular basis helps your engine to run seamlessly and become more fuel efficient. This results in lower fuel consumption for longer distance travel. Moreover, this maintenance can also minimize transmission issues. The transmission fluid becomes contaminated with debris or dirt as you drive the vehicle. Dirty and contaminated transmission fluid will no longer be able to provide the power of lubrication to the vehicle's transmission. Furthermore, seamless gear shifting. Transmission oil change eliminates the old blackish oil having lots of debris. All transmission oil will clog the gears, resulting in a problem in gear shifting. Clean transmission oil makes gear shifting seamless and convenient. You can increase and decrease speed by shifting gears without any hassles. Most vehicle manufacturers recommend a transmission oil change every 30,000 to 40,000 miles. That's it.
For analysis, excess iron or clogged iron dust as a result of non-ascending. The oil mileage date should be changed. In this study, gear oil should be changed when the mileage reaches due date. The gearbox oil becomes contaminated and the viscosity increases as a result of the delay in changing the oil. ATF oil is usually red. The hue will turn hazy red or blackish red if it gets too dirty. The gearbox temperature will also be higher than it should be. So, for avoid this thing got more worse, we need to remove the lame oil in gearbox storage oil and clean it all. Need to service and change to the new oil. For one essential, for often overlooked component of the car is the transmission.
Okay, next, chapter 6, conclusion. In conclusion, this project has identified that the objective of the study are achieved with the production of this project. In addition, this study has also identified that the steps and procedures carried out should be relevant to the current problem that arise. Therefore, components that are below or irrelevant level need to be redone in the process of replacing, while components that are still relevant level need improvement. This allows the component to work very well and not cause any problems. The resulting project will be able to reduce the problems that often occur to the component. That's all from us. Thank you.